Well, I'm Salvador Ruiz,
I'm Ana Ruiz.
and we have two children. One is, her name is Prudence Sofia Ruiz Schwier, and
And newest member of our family was born October 2nd. His name is Paolo Ruiz Schwier. Full name Paolo Santiago Ruiz Schwier. It was peaceful, if I had to sum it up in one word. It was also the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, but was a peaceful experience for me, which I was incredibly grateful for. I want to have this other person who I know can be an advocate for me and help me learn how to be my own advocate, me to be stronger and continue believing in myself. And I wanted to make sure that if I didn't really truly need to have an intervention, that I could choose not to have it, or I could wait. Maybe there would be something that would arise and I would need to allow medical intervention, but I wanted to feel supported, to know that it's okay to also wait and try to allow my body to do what it's designed to do before I would step to doing any other interventions. So that was a big reason also to have a doula with me, yes.
Or as a husband, is your biggest stress is that she's in pain, and you're talking about being powerless, because it's like there's nothing I can do to help her, but it's like she gave me the tools to be a support. That's actually what I appreciate from her. It's like she gave me everything that I needed.
I had an epidural with my first child and knew what that experience was like. But then being able to continue going through labor after I got to the hospital and feeling like, yes, I'm okay. I was able to stay calm and especially that tension that would make, that would make the pain feel even more intense. I was able to, work with Salvador and with my doula. Together as a team, we were able to keep doing things and the techniques that we practiced before we went into labor, to continue practicing those techniques to help alleviate wherever I was feeling the most pressure or pain or something. And I was able to keep going. I didn't know if I was gonna be able to. That's what I wanted, but I also kind of knew, okay, if I need to ask for something, that's okay. But I was able to, and it was like, I was in shock that I did it. I was like, I can't believe that happened.
She will come to our house and she will, for example, she will give me a list of things that I can do to be supportive to her. And, things that I can do, things that I can say, to validate, her emotions, especially, and she was also accessible. Like the doula would tell me, like, if you need to ask something, be free to ask. This is not just woman talk. You get to participate in this discussion, and those were some of the things that I really, really, really appreciate from that. And also help, like when she started having contractions, like what positions that will help her during the process. I don't know, like it was having like a mentor, like a mentor that will guide you and it would tell you, like, hey, keep going, you guys are doing great, keep moving forward.
Every time a contraction would start, to have kind of a rhythm, whether it was like a clapping or like kind of a dancing or a bouncing, or using the exercise ball to be bouncing. We did those things. We practiced those before going into labor. So when she came to our home, we were able to. But we practiced. We practiced different stretches. Even like getting down, she got down on the floor with me and helped show me different stretches to do and different positions that I could try to be in during labor. So we practiced those positions. We practiced using the exercise ball in different positions, whether it was sitting on it or leaning on it for support.
And then you will hold on to me and then we'll go.
Yes, we also had one where we practiced where I would, Salvador would support me and hold on to me, and those were some of the things that helped us the most. That helped me the most, having somebody to hold on to me, and then also using rhythm to work through the contraction. She also shared with us a whole like a poster of a bunch of different positions, really. And we did try, various ones. We worked through different ones, before going into labor, but then once we were actually in labor, if I felt like something wasn't going to work for me, she would say, nope, don't worry about it then. Let's try let's try something else, and she would bring a new one and help show me what to try. And then we would see, how does that feel? Does that feel better? Does that feel worse? And she just worked with both of us to keep trying things. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, like it was coaching all the way through. I love that.
Nurses were very, is there something you need? Is there something I can get for you? But especially this time, I can remember that very distinctly, that they were just very, they made sure and consistently asked that. It wasn't, and there was, it could have been, I really need a snack right now, or I just really need to get up, and can you help me with this? Or, can you stay right here with me in the room for a little bit, or just to talk to me. They also, some of the nurses just would stay in the room if I needed to talk with them, because it was a lot going on to bring in this precious little one into our life, and with all the other things that we have going on. And they were very kind in that way, just to listen, and just like having another person's presence is a big deal, to have that. So I felt like they did a great job. Yeah, they were. Having the nurses' support to help me try different things. All of the nurses that came in the room, they were able to help me try different things, help me put the pillows different ways, give me some tips things I could try, and just keep on going and keep giving me kind of a moral support too. Like, don't give up. She's like, if I had to write a book about breastfeeding, it would be like how a breastfeeding mom has to be more stubborn than her, breastfeeding child, and like, okay, keep going. The support from, the whole process of pregnancy to, when you arrive, and the care that you receive, and then the support right as you embark on that journey as a new parent, to no matter how you're choosing to feed your baby, but if you're choosing breastfeeding, there's an amazing support for that, to understand that there's a supportive community here through the doctors, the nurses, the doula, and you can have an experience that you want and that you would want for your sister or your friend to have, and feel safe and secure.
The support of the nurses, the baby cafe, and with a doula, yeah.
Are you one of Brookings Health System's grateful patients who would like to give back to us? Learn more about how you can give back at brookingshealth.org/mythanks.